Level one Anne was deer in the headlights all the time, frozen, playing small, trying to hide, not coming out into the daylight. Uh, and at the same time, having had for so many years this voice that I now know is the divine saying, you're meant to do something more than this. This isn't how you're supposed to be living, and it's not how you're supposed to be in this world. And I took the big scary leap into level one, did some very good work, hard work, went straight into level two, where my deer evolved into more of a curious, let me see if I can sort of figure out how to manage a herd kind of a way of being. I was still very unsure, certainly when I finished, and thinking about how to coach, how I could bring this work into a bigger way, even into my family, into my relationships, still focusing a lot on my own work. But it really wasn't until level three where I did my deepest work, where I really allowed myself to go into the deepest, darkest, grossest parts of myself and just be there. There was a part of me emerging from that deep dark that's strong and shows up no matter what. And I can't wait to take that work into whatever programs I bring out into the future. And so this feels very much like the beginning.
Starting out in level one, I really came feeling just so broken. I came at the lowest point in my life thus far. And even within that, I knew I had this deep understanding that it was for a purpose. I am grateful that even at that time, I had the ability to pan out and understand that while this freaking hurt so bad, that there was a greater purpose of what was happening. And I knew that it just needed to be my ground had to be burned in order to start and to grow something more sustainable and more powerful. And going into level three, it just feels so different. It feels like I can trust myself. I can trust the connection I have to divine, which is huge because it just felt like that was lost. It just didn't feel tangible. It didn't feel accessible. And I feel so much more part of myself instead of outside of myself. And I feel like I have the validation within me to know that it is still nice to receive the feedback and the things, but I don't need that anymore. I'm not continually searching for somebody to fix me or somebody to validate what I'm feeling or seeing or understanding. And I really do feel like I have such a strong foundation to come back to. I think another big aha for me is that I'm not searching for the next program to fix me, the next healer to fix me. I'm still interested in subjects, but it's not ever from a place of needing to be fixed anymore. It's coming from a place of pure curiosity and pure divine alignment. Like something comes in and I'm like, oh, that's really interesting. I wonder why I'm seeing this. And it's no longer from a place of needing to be fixed. And I just have so much gratitude for this program and for teachers who are continually checking themselves, that are honest and transparent, and are just so aligned with helping others, empowering others to heal themselves and not being a fix. It's such a gift and not so common anymore. And it's just so beautiful. And I'm so grateful. It's taught me a lot. It's taught me how to check myself, because my ego can roar and get big. And I'm just, yeah, there's a lot I could say, but I think I'll just finish with that. I feel so grateful for each of you, all of all of you in this program with me. We've grown so much together, and it's a gift to know each of you and to have you, and to know that we can lean on each other when we're low, and we can celebrate with each other when we're high, and we can always come back to the center and walk with each other along the way. So thank you.
A big difference is everything's easier. Everything's more peaceful and loving. All my relationships, everything has transformed. And with so much of the work, it's been, in retrospect, it's like, oh, that doesn't bother me anymore. That thing used to really get to me, and it doesn't anymore. And then if it does kind of get to me, I have a tool. I have many tools, and I have good coach friends. And I was surprised, and I mentioned it at every coaching session, I think, when we first started, is like, oh, I thought I was done. And then we got deeper and deeper and deeper. And it's just been magical, really. So I'm so grateful for myself. And I think this will be a gift for my future clients, is just being able to be relieved of that anxiety, concern, and releasing people to be themselves and just loving them the way they are. And somehow they respond to that. I wasn't expecting it. You think you need to kind of tell them what's what and how to do it and that kind of thing. But just loving, more loving. And the biggest turning point in this level 3, if I'm straying off the path a bit and I'm not perfect love like I want to be, I notice it sooner. And I know that I have the opportunity to purify that on an ongoing basis. So thanks to everybody. And one other thing that occurred to me too was this, that I really appreciate all of us, and with Kim and Laura in the lead, are always, this isn't a static program. I love the structure, but it's always growing. The program itself is growing, and we have an opportunity to continue growing too. So I love that and love you. So thanks.
Yeah. I didn't even know I had a I am presence. And God, when that became more embodied for me, it truly changed my life. I mean, everything in my life has changed. My relationship with my husband, which has been one of the most challenging things in my entire life, it doesn't even have the same, I don't even approach it, see it, even in the same vibration that I used to. Um, it's really a miracle. And so basically, just to say that to be able to not be afraid all the time, and really just to step out and just be myself, speaking this work, the love, divine's love, is it's just awesome. It's changed my life. I'm not the same person. I don't even recognize the person that I used to be, and I'm just excited for what to come. And thank you for your patience, for staying with me. And just staying with me. I never felt like I was behind. Never felt like I was being left behind. Thank you.
Yeah, reflecting back to level 1 Stephanie, who was so externally out of my body, achieving all of my worth external. There was nothing internal. It was all external. So busy, so doing, so wanting to be connected through all the wrong things. Looking like I was so accomplished in so many ways, and then yet feeling so disconnected. And just finally, through this work, being able to ground myself back after I lost my dad, who I think, in reflection, he was my anchor to some extent, because he was always there for me. And unconditional. And when I lost him, I knew I had to find an anchor some way, somehow. I didn't want to keep living my life the way I was living it. I had a huge heart, but it was hidden behind all of my doing. And I remember calling Kim and saying, I just want to do level 2. I was ready to go right to level 2. I'm a coach. Let's go there. And her slowing me down in perfect form of, slow down, sister, you got to do some deep work. And such amazing work in level 1 of all, and the support from everyone of holding me through that time and calling in divine to support me. And I don't know when it happened, when I finally realized that divine was in me. It was in me. And then that was a huge shift of like, it's all in me. It's not out here. It's all in me. And then slowly that trust started building. And as I moved into level 2, the trust just kept deepening. And I kept turning, instead of externally like, wow, look at that. You want to go, you want to do, you want to, and no, you need to just sit and be. Sit and be. Anchor yourself. Trust yourself. Call in divine. And then level 3, and knowing that I was going to be okay no matter what. And that I couldn't control anything. That release of not having any control, and how that shifted every relationship in my life. It allowed me to stop being the caregiver to everyone, the fawner. It allowed me to show up to my boys. That realization that connection I wanted was really, my fear was causing disconnection, and to release that completely. And then to see my boys show up for me and to feel them and to just be there and hold that steady love and light to them, have them come back and connect to me and talk to me and share with me. And the healing of my relationship with my ex-husband, who is grounded because I'm grounded, and we are not codependent anymore. And he stepped into his light, and how we've parented and stood there with our kids, and that we are stronger now than we'd ever been. But I'm so grateful that I've healed myself enough to let go of the guilt and the shame, and that I was not lovable. And I know I'm lovable, and I know I'm worthy, and I don't need it from anyone but myself. And by doing that, other people can love me fully. I'm so grateful for that. And that I can speak my truth without the fear anymore. It comes from calm and loving space now. A radiant light, as I'd say. You all have heard me. I want my fire to be a radiant light, as opposed to the blow shit up. And that feels really good. So I'm so grateful. And then to witness the work, to witness the healing that this program brings, and the clarity, and the fact that if we just show up and do our own work, that we can offer so much to so many other people. Even when we make mistakes, even when it's not perfect, that they are getting the healing because we are showing up, holding spacious and sacred, innocent perception for them. And that's all we need to do. And that we are shifting this world. I feel it. I know it. It's happening. And I'm so grateful.